Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. You're gonna lose. Smile, you fuck.
Hello and welcome back to the Masquerade of Misery. Do you ever feel like you really wanna punch the shit out of that person looking back at you in the mirror? Then this video is for you. So today, since I feel rather under the weather, I'm gonna talk about this heavier topic, which is self-hatred. And I believe that nowadays more and more people feel similarly about themselves thanks to the social media and other bullshit going on. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to talk about my personal experience about, hating myself, having a low self-esteem. In my case, it started showing when I hit puberty. And you know how teenagers work. They start developing physically and they go through a mental change and also discover more the sexuality, attraction, romance and all that bullcrap. And I had a best friend who was almost 3 years younger than me. And since we spent so much time together, technically we grew up together. And as time progressed, I could notice how her body was developing versus mine. And let me tell you that this here got stuck at the age of fucking 13 and no change whatsoever since then. And I had to witness as bit by bit my best friend grow nice boobs while mine stayed at the same level, and also her getting more attention from boys than me. And of course, who got into a relationship first, it was her. She always told me, no, it's gonna be you because you're older. And I said, my age has nothing whatsoever to do with this, and you will see that you will get a guy first. And of course, I was right. So about my physical appearance, I could make an endless fucking list on what I hate about my appearance, about my body, but I don't want to get into it too deeply. The point is, I am not satisfied this flesh prison I'm living in. And many times when I look in the mirror, I think that fuck, I look so lame, I'm so unattractive, I'm ugly as fuck. And most people would say, or many, that the fuck are you talking about? You are pretty, you have a nice face and whatnot. And okay, I'm not saying I'm ugly as a fucking hag from a fairy tale, like but I still don't see what could attract guys so much to me. What's so hot about me? What's so sexy or attractive about me? Well, I'm aware of the fact that I'm not the ugliest woman out there, obviously, but I still don't consider myself beautiful. Especially, when I'm without makeup, which is anyway, I must tell you, despite my low self-esteem and my hatred towards how I look, I never use makeup when I go out in public, when I go to work or anywhere. I don't like using makeup, and I only use this goddamn lipstick and some eyeshadow when I make videos, to enhance my look. That's it. But I'm not a makeup girl because, I like showing the reality. And also I don't have the time and the patience for putting on that fucking makeup that would actually ruin my skin even further and make me look even shittier later. In conclusion, to keep the physical aspect short, I don't like how I look. There are times when I think that, oh, I look quite decent today, maybe in these clothes or if I put on some makeup. But otherwise, I'm not satisfied with the way I look. And what my favorite thing is, favorite of course in quotation marks, that surely many of you experience this. I look at myself in the mirror and I think, oh, I look kind of hot-ish today. Let's take some pictures. And then when you start taking those fucking photos, you are like, oh shit, let's just forget it ever happened. You delete those photos. And it happened to me countless of times that I made some tiny photo shoot, especially when I was in my teenage years or early 20s. I was like, oh, let's put this outfit on, let's put some makeup on, oh, I look quite hot, and then take photos. Let's say I made 50 photos, and out of those I could maybe upload 5 of them on my social media profiles. That's how critical I was, and that's how different I looked on the photos compared to how I looked in the mirror. So, fuck this shit. I don't know if I'm alone with this, but I don't think so. Is that I think about myself, how I must look, into the outside, or look myself in the mirror, and I think, who would actually fuck this? Who would be attracted to this? And then it clicks that, many, just not the hot guys, not the ones that I am attracted to. Throughout my life, it has always been a pattern that I'm very picky, and it was always a miracle when I found a guy that I thought, ooh, he's hot as hell and I would love to date him. So what happened constantly is that I found a hot guy that I was interested in, and of course it was not returned. He didn't give a shit about me. And the ones I always attract till to this day are usually old farts, creeps, losers, you name it. Lame ass motherfuckers that make me cringe, or they would make any woman cringe, honestly. So as for my love life, I never had luck. Actually, I was 23 years old when I finally found my partner. And till this day, it's hard to believe that actually I have someone who loves me unconditionally and finds me hot and sexually attractive, and I'm just always baffled about this. And we've been together for 8 years now. So let's put aside the looks. Now comes other aspects, like my fucking voice. I cannot tell you how much it makes me cringe when I have to listen recordings of my voice, or when I edit my YouTube videos, and I always feel like, oh my god, the audience's ears must be bleeding when they listen to me. I have now only 7 subscribers at this point, and it's even a miracle. And I don't know, even about my channel, there are many times that I feel like, shouldn't I just fucking disappear, delete my videos? Many times I cringe hard at my own goddamn videos when I watch them back, or when I edit them, and I think that, won't I make also other people cringe? Because if I cringe, then it could mean other people will too, and no one would be interested in what I say, or they would find my voice annoying, or the way I speak, or my accent. There are so many things that I question, and yeah, that's how low my goddamn self-esteem is. So anyone who watches me and subscribes, I truly fucking appreciate it, and thanks, honestly. Another thing regarding my voice. I've always dreamed of, or when I was younger, I dreamed of, becoming a singer, becoming famous. Now I don't have any fucking desire like that. However, I would still really much enjoy making my own songs and singing them because actually I'm a very musical type and I love music and beautiful songs. And I have many times unique ideas or melodies that come to my mind, sometimes even in my dreams. And I think, holy shit, how nice it would be to compose it into a song and record it. And then comes the sad realization that even if I make songs, someone else has to sing them because my voice is just fucking cringe. It's not made for singing. And it's funny because in primary school I was chosen to be part of the school choir, and the music teacher thought that I had a really nice and lovely voice. But I mean, I don't trust her judgment, honestly. So yeah, in my opinion, whether I speak or whether I laugh or anything, sing and all that shit, I sound terrible. Then, since we reached to the topic of talents, what also makes me utterly disappointed about myself is that I don't have any special skills or talents whatsoever. I tried to play the violin, but later I had to give up on it for several reasons, and now I just don't have the goddamn time for it, and it would be also money consuming, whether it's about drawing, singing, playing an instrument, or being good at anything, like any special skill. Most people, have things that they are outstanding with, or they have something they are really good at. In my case, I can't find it. And just out of a hobby, I draw a comic. I started in 2020 and it's still going on. I see the improvement, but of course I'm never gonna be a real artist who makes such amazing artwork. So that's also another thing that makes me feel useless. And when it comes to my personality, yet again plenty of space for cringing. What I truly despise is that I lack the confidence, to say what I really think, to stand up for myself, and I have to fucking struggle for endless of minutes sometimes to even ask someone a question that could be risky or could result in conflicts, because I really hate conflicts, really hate arguing, and I always try my best to avoid it, but sometimes I would really have to just fucking stand my ground, because then people will just use me, take advantage of me, and they won't stop until I make them stop. So it happened many times, unfortunately, that I didn't have the balls to say what I thought, what I truly wanted, or express my real opinions. And later on, of course, I was scolding myself for it and hating myself, that you are such a fucking coward. Yet again, you failed to do what you really wish to do. But it's just so goddamn hard. And I can give you an example. In 2020, I got a new job, and immediately on the first day I knew that, oh my god, I have to get the fuck out of here, I hate this place. And luckily I managed to. I spent only, I think, like 4 days there, and it was horrible as fuck. It destroyed me so much. And they were kind of bullies as well. And to keep it short, they wanted to give me an impossible task with an impossible fucking deadline that was just made up, and actually, the girl was like, you have to do it by tomorrow? The gassy smirk. And I said, there's no fucking way it could be done. First of all, I didn't even understand what I had to do exactly. They didn't explain properly. And also 2 other girls were supposed to help me with it. And basically this bitch and the other cunt, they just wanted to give it to me to do it all by myself. And of course, she said it 10 minutes before my work time was over. And it meant that, maybe I would have even stayed there until fucking night time. Who knows? I have no idea. But I thought that, okay, this is it. I have to stand my ground and tell them I'm not gonna do this. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I was breathing heavily and feeling fucking nervous, having pain, and I was struggling for 10 fucking minutes, if not longer, to build up the courage. I was telling myself, just go there, tell them you won't do this fucking task and it's impossible, and maybe the next day you will deal with it. It took me that fucking long to finally go over there and tell them, but I managed to at last. It felt so goddamn liberating and good, and I left that place like I made some fucking great victory, and it was, because I managed to defeat my fears and my anxiousness, and it was a nice boost to my self-confidence. But it's hard to do actually. So I wish I had the balls, because inside my head it happens many times that I play these conversations like, what would I say or do if this person at work, let's say, was mocking me or teasing me, or they made any fucking comment, or they would say anything that pissed me off. And I always imagine myself being so savage, and I can, in my head, I can come up with such savage answers and reactions. Once maybe the situation happens, what I do is make a fucking embarrassed laugh and cringe internally and curse at myself for not having the balls to roast them back. And I just boil again, and I swim and bathe in self-hatred once more. And talking about embarrassment, we arrive to our next thing that I utterly fucking hate about myself, is these cheeks. How easily they turn goddamn red. And actually, I don't need to be embarrassed for that. I don't even need a group of people looking at me at the same time, paying attention on what I say or do. Even one person. I interact with one person and somehow this fucking cheek starts heating up. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an embarrassing or intimate topic, nothing like that. But this especially happens when there's more than one person around me, and when I suddenly become the center of attention, or they look at me and there's silence and they are listening to me what I'm saying. And especially if I get teased and whatnot, then I feel this fucking heat, and I know I'm red as a fucking clown's nose. And it's one of the things I hate the most about myself, because it's out of my control. And I even try to look for methods or tips, how to overcome this shit, but I mean, I don't know if they would work, and my fucking brain and body is wired this way. And I swear I even thought that I would just get the palest shade of foundation and put it over my face, so when I blush it wouldn't be that visible. I even tried to think of these methods to get out of these embarrassing situations. Even in front of my goddamn family, it happens. And I fucking hate it. And yeah, just to mention another thing, in written communication, I'm like this. I can even become a fucking poet. But when it comes to actually speaking and expressing myself verbally, I struggle so much. I repeat myself a lot, or maybe, I repeat words. I even notice that when I record these videos, there are certain words I repeat all the fucking time, and I have to always cut them out, or I have to record that part again because I'm like, oh, I said this fucking word again. So yeah, when it comes to oral communication, I'm not the best one around, and it frustrates me also because many times I think that, oh my god, people will believe that I'm actually a dumbass bitch, stupid as fuck, who cannot speak properly, express her thoughts properly. And I'm like, wait, this is not my real intelligence level, I swear. But in a written communication, I have zero problems. I can even use such words and expressions that, they are like from a fucking novel or a poem. But verbally, it's a whole other story. It frustrates me, and I'm just hoping that at least making these videos will help me a little with this issue. I think that's it. I don't want to talk too much about this. And of course, This video was not recorded for the purpose, like, you know, like these bitches post the pictures of themselves looking so hot, and then they say something about them. Look how ugly I look today. I don't even know why I posted this photo of myself. It's about validation, you know, they want validation and praise and compliments. That's why they write these things about themselves, you know, just to collect the no, you are beautiful, and oh, what are you talking about? You're gorgeous. I'm not making this video for this purpose. What I want is mainly to reach out to people who feel similarly about themselves, to know that you guys are not alone. There are surely plenty of us with these issues, and or just simply, I just want to be listened to. That's it. You don't need to pamper me, my little broken soul. No shit like that. I don't know how many people have made videos on this topic, but well, I decided I'm gonna do it. It's a little depressing and dark, but these things need to be talked about, because, you know, suppressing them will only make it worse. So whoever listened to me today, my cringy voice, thank you, and I will see you next time. Praise the Reaper. Old farts, vibráló geci. Of course, what always happened is that they didn't give a shit about me. Kurva vibráló anyád!